Are bennifer on the rocks again? Looking over the recent news that's come out about the couple, I feel like Ben might be getting cold feet. But don't just take my word for it. Take the mountain of evidence I found. So for starters, J-Lo is pressuring him to do things. Now, sure, to a lot of folks it might be clear that J-Lo and Ben Affleck are blended family goals with their ex-spouses. They ensure their 5 children feel close and safe with everyone in their large family, and it seems like they're kind of antsy about welcoming another member into the family. Yeah, reportedly, they want another child together. Now, while J-Lo has repeated the sentiment for quite some time, soon after she and Ben got back together, insiders claimed that she's got baby fever, and she's talking about it non-stop. A source recently told Life and Style via Yahoo that she's been trying to convince Ben to welcome another baby via surrogacy, and recently she finally got him to cave in. Apparently, according to our source, she nagged him until he went along with it. Ben was completely happy with the blended family they already have, but he loves kids. That's why he agreed to having another. At the end of the day, he wants Jennifer to be happy. Ooh, that doesn't sound like a healthy situation. A baby isn't just an accessory, it's a commitment, and definitely not something you should be nagged into doing. Also, he wants a more low-key life. Like, all in all, Ben Affleck tends to be a more low-key person compared to J-Lo, minus them both working in the public eye. So, J-Lo recently launched her new album, This Is Me, Now, with a self-financed $20 million multimedia campaign. Then she made the experimental film, This Is Me Now, a love story. We get it. This was about the rekindling of her romance with Ben. And then there was the Amazon Prime documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, about, yep, the making of the record and the film. So when Ben pops up in the documentary, it's often to express concern that his private love story is becoming used for something he didn't particularly want. So this entire thing is actually named after a scrapbook that he gifted Jennifer for Christmas in 2021, stacked with every letter and email they'd written to each other over the last 20 years, which is something that should probably be private. Jennifer showed the book to her producers and songwriters on the first day of making her new album without asking or telling Ben. She's like, it kind of became like our Bible. We just left it there in the studio. Which, this revelation comes out within the first 5 minutes of the documentary, and right at the gate, Ben isn't shy about his discomfort. He's absolutely shocked that Jennifer would share something so personal with her collaborators, and now of course with the world. I get it, art comes from making something personal, but when you're making someone intentionally uncomfortable with your art and kind of violating consent, that's not a good move. Now yes, if you look back at the history, J-Lo's relationships have always been in the spotlight. She's been in more than several high-profile relationships that have made headlines all over the world, so Ben should have known what he was getting back into. For example, from 2004 to 2011, she was married to Mark Anthony. They had twins, and then in 2017, she made headlines again when she was dating former New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez. Now, rumors spread that she was only going to consider marrying him if he agreed to the, crazy list of demands. Reportedly, he wasn't allowed to talk to any woman under the age of 40, which is super controlling. Gross. Also, J-Lo loved his physique and wanted to guarantee that he wouldn't let himself go once they got married. Now, sure, none of these rumors have been confirmed, but it's just a little extreme. Now, yes, we know Jen and A-Rod didn't work out because she's now married to Ben, but I'm wondering, what did he have to agree to make her happy? We already know she nagged him into possible surrogacy. What else? J-Lo at the end of the day has a reputation of being a bit of a diva. Okay, a big diva. Whereas I don't think I've ever heard about Ben making crazy demands for press tours or similar situations. Once upon a time, J-Lo had somebody fired for being a fan. So there was this maid who happened to be cleaning her room in Germany during her 2012 World Tour. And as a big fan of J-Lo, she tried to ask the star for an autograph, only to have not one, but 2 of J-Lo's assistants stop her. And soon after, she was out of a job, and she knew why. Literally a day later, the cleaning company that employed her at the hotel called and said that J-Lo complained, and she was fired over the phone because of asking for an autograph. Now, look, I get it, it's not the most professional thing in the world, but don't get somebody fired over it. Now, on the flip side, J-Lo herself denied the claims with one single tweet, saying, "Come on, thought you knew me better than this. Would never get anyone fired over an autograph. First I heard about this was on Twitter." Okay, sure, there's plenty of speculation there, but let's try something else. An old interview from J-Lo herself resurfaced recently, and she wasn't speaking too well about her fellow colleagues in the industry. So this is what she had to say about 2 major stars at the time. Gwyneth Paltrow, she was like, "Tell me what she's been in. I swear to God, I don't remember anything she was in. Some people get hot by association. I heard more about her and Brad Pitt than I ever heard about her work." She also had stuff to say about Madonna. Do I think she's a great performer? Yeah. Do I think she's a great actress? No. Acting is what I do, so I'm harder on people when they say, "Oh, I can do that. I can act." And I'm like, hey, don't spit on my craft. The funny thing is that this is what Jennifer Bennifer said after only having like Selena and Anaconda under her belt for her career. So that's kind of embarrassing, and I'm glad people are calling her out for this behavior. Now, if we want to talk more about like close circle stuff, according to several of JLo's former staff members, she earned herself the nickname Paylow because she paid her staff around 50% less than they can make elsewhere. Now, this rumor's been going on for years. Let's go way back to like 2003. So, yes, you guessed it, back when she was first with Ben Affleck. They were spotted in Vegas together. They had a big win, and Ben decided to drop a $2,000 tip to the dealer. But before he could, tip the generous reward, JLo snatched up the cash and swapped it for $200. So, does JLo have a reason for paying her staff so little? She's like, I had to work hard to earn my money. So should everybody else. Yeah, that's embarrassing for her. If she had to work hard to earn her money, shouldn't she try to make it easier for others since she knows how hard it is? She just seems so entitled, and that's just gross. Don't worry, we got more. Let's go back 1 year from that. 2002. She's starring in the romantic comedy Made in Manhattan. She's traveling all over the world promoting this romantic comedy. It's amazing, it's great, it's wonderful. And when she landed in London, she had people talking non-stop about her demands. But promoting the movie, she had a very interesting encounter with hotel staff. So she stayed at the Metropolitan Hotel, and that's where we started seeing the signs of her being a major diva. The hotel staff was kind of astounded by her lavish and extravagant demands because it reached new levels for them. Apparently, she requested that the hotel staff had to provide her with thousands of pounds of lemon-scented candles. Also, like, she needed limousines to escort her only like 200 yards away because couldn't do anything, had to travel in style, can't walk on the sidewalk. Let's go back more to, well, sort of present day. In 2012, reports surfaced that Jenny from the Block demanded staff working for her, don't make eye contact with me, don't talk to me. While having work done on her San Fernando Valley home, she demanded that none of the helpers, drivers, or contractors have any interactions with her. Yes, I know, these rumors were never confirmed, but still. And reportedly when flying first class, yeah, don't bother her. Not even if you're a flight attendant. One time, a flight attendant offered her a drink, because that's her job, and she refused to acknowledge him. She said to her assistant, please tell him I'd like a Diet Coke and lime. Once again, I know, these rumors have not been confirmed, but like, when the evidence is piling up, you really gotta think about it. Seems like she doesn't appreciate the help she gets. So, on-again, off-again relationships have a bit of a bad track record. Yes, I know, the bennifer reunion was the big headline of 2021, and now, yes, they're a happily settled married couple. It only took them 20 years and 2 engagements to get there. For talking history speaking, their first round began in 2002. That's when they started a rom-com together. Twas cute. Ben proposed, but then they broke things off in 2004. Since then, they went on, they married other people, they had kids, they got divorced, and then they dated other people again, and then, well, you know, a month after she ended things with A-Rod, welcome back. I think this is May of 2021. They got married in summer 2022, and while this is cute and all, once again, on-again and off-again relationships have a bad track record. What's to stop this couple from calling it off again? Especially when you look at everything else we've talked about today. And finally, look, I know, I've already mentioned the documentary today, the This Is Me Now, the love story, but some fans who watched it afterwards had to take to social media to call out Jen for her lies. Yeah, now we're not saying the love story is fake. That's true. But in one scene, JLo poses in the mirror of her personal gym as she shakes out her hair and reminisces about her childhood in the Bronx. She said, I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block, crazy little girl who used to be effing wild and no limits, all dreams. However, TikTok user Photos by Angela slammed the star in a series of videos as she claimed to have gone to the same Catholic high school as JLo and accused her of lying about her experience living in the Bronx. She said, we both attended an all-girls high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood, so you weren't running up and down the block. And this isn't the only lie. JLo has long been accused of not actually singing on her albums, and singer Natasha Ramos actually took to TikTok to shed light on the rumor. Now Natasha, who has a voice very similar to JLo's, was hired to sing the demo of Jenny from the Block, and the production team liked her voice so much that they asked her to record 5 more songs for the album. This Is Me Then? Yeah, what do you know? Natasha received $3,500 and a backup singer's credit. But as she claimed, and as the original demo demonstrates, it is her voice that appears in the final track. And not only in the choruses, it's also her laugh and her yelling, from the Bronx! Lopez only sings in the verse. So when you add up all these lies, I can see why Ben might be having some second thoughts. And that's it for me once again, folks. What fact from today might have shocked y'all? Do you think they're gonna call it quits soon? Let me know in the comments, and while you're there, don't forget to help us out and give this video some love. I've been Alexa, your resident emo girly. See y'all next time here beyond the screen.